Welcome to the Mobile Home Friend YouTube channel. I am Charles Odell, and this is your primary resource for everything manufactured housing. Whether you are tackling a full remodel like the one you see here, or just looking for honest advice on repairs and financing, we provide the data and technical deep dives you need to succeed. Our mission is simple: to help you save money and improve your home through first principles logic and transparent cost breakdowns. For the full technical guides and even more resources, visit us at mobilehomefriend.com.
Welcome to another deep dive from Mobile Home Friend. Today we are looking at aluminum wiring in mobile homes, and this is a big one, all based on our latest research over at mobilehomefriend.com. So if your home was built somewhere between the mid-1960s and, say, the mid-1970s, you might have something kind of lurking in your walls: aluminum wiring. And let's be real, it has a pretty terrifying reputation. But the whole point of this explainer is to cut right through that fear. We're not here to panic you. We're here to give you clear, totally manageable solutions to make sure your home is safe.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the big question: is this stuff really that dangerous? Then we'll dive into the physics of why it fails. It's pretty interesting, actually. After that, we'll show you how to spot it in your own home, lay out your paths to safety, and wrap it all up with the most important part: the right fix and what it should actually cost you.
Okay, let's just get right into it. You've probably heard the horror stories, right? But what's the real story here? Is this something you should actually be losing sleep over? And this right here is the single most important thing to understand. The aluminum wire itself, the stuff running through your walls, it's perfectly fine. The danger isn't the wire. It is entirely at the connection points. You know, where the wire meets an outlet or a light switch or a circuit breaker. That's where all the trouble begins. So why do these connections go bad? Well, it's not some kind of dark magic, it's just simple physics. And once you understand this, you'll know exactly why the right fix is so important. The whole problem boils down to one concept: thermal creep. It sounds complicated, but it's not. When you use electricity, the wire gets hot and it expands. When you turn stuff off, it cools down and shrinks. The issue is that soft aluminum expands and contracts a lot more than the hard brass screws on your outlets. They're just not compatible dance partners. And that incompatibility creates a really dangerous cycle. So step 1, you turn on a light, electricity flows, the wire heats up. Step 2, the soft aluminum expands and pushes against that screw. 3, it's under so much pressure that it actually flattens out a little bit. It creeps. Then 4, you turn the light off, the wire cools, and it shrinks back. But now it's just a tiny bit thinner. And that creates step 5, a microscopic gap. And in that gap, electricity has to jump or arc to make the connection. That arc can create heat that exceeds 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Just insane. And look, this isn't just theory. This quote is a first-hand account from an article on the Mobile Home Friend website. I was inside a 1972 double-wide, and I found an outlet that had literally just crumbled to dust in my hands. The plastic had been cooked for so long it turned into charcoal. And you know what the scariest part was? The homeowner said the breaker had never, not once, tripped. The danger was completely silent. Okay, so that's the scary part. Now, how do you figure out if this is in your home? The good news is you don't have to be a master electrician to find out. But, and this is a big but, you have to do it safely. You've got 2 main ways to check. The first is easy. Just look for some exposed wiring, maybe in a closet or near your electrical panel. The outer plastic jacket might actually be stamped with AL or aluminum. If you can't find that, you'll need to do a visual check. And I cannot stress this enough. Go to your breaker box and shut off the main breaker. Kill the power to the entire house first. Only then is it safe to take the cover off an outlet and peek at the wires. And once you're looking at the bare wire, the difference is night and day. If the wire is coppery, like a shiny penny, you're all good. But if it's silvery, like a dime, then you've got aluminum wiring. But hang on, there's one little trap to watch out for. It's called tin-coated copper. It looks silver on the outside, which can fool you, but if you were to snip the very end, again, with the power off, you'd see that the core is actually copper. True aluminum is silver through and through. All right, so you've done the check and it's aluminum. First things first, don't panic. You've got options. There are really 2 main paths to making your home safe, and we'll call them the gold standard solution and the practical industry standard solution. The gold standard is a complete rewire. That means pulling out every single inch of aluminum wire and replacing it with copper. It's a 100% perfect fix, no doubt, but it's also wildly expensive and it means tearing your walls open. That's why the much more common solution is something called pigtailing. All that means is an electrician attaches a short piece of copper wire onto the end of the aluminum wire using a very special connector. It's effective, it's safe, and it's way more affordable. And that brings us to what is probably the most critical part of this whole discussion. If you're going to pigtail, you have to use the right stuff. Seriously, using the wrong connectors is just as dangerous as doing nothing at all. So let's be crystal clear. Do not use regular wire nuts. And you'll even see these purple wire nuts sold at hardware stores that claim they're for aluminum wiring. The Consumer Product Safety Commission, the CPSC, advises against them. They can still fail. The only two methods they approve are AlumiConn connectors, which are great for a skilled DIYer, and COPALUM crimps, which have to be done by a licensed electrician with a very expensive, specialized tool. Now let's talk about the cost, because the difference here is just massive. A full rewire, that could set you back $8,000 to $15,000. But pigtailing with the right AlumiConn connectors, if you're handy, that's a job you can do yourself for under $500 in materials. Yeah, it's tedious work, but the savings are incredible. And you see we have a void next to those purple wire nuts for a reason. Don't risk it. If you want the full technical breakdown on all these costs, check out the post on mobilehomefriend.com. And hey, this isn't just about safety. There are huge financial reasons to get this handled. A lot of insurance companies just won't cover a home with old aluminum wiring unless it's been fixed. Trying to sell your place? An inspector will flag this, and it can absolutely kill a deal, especially for FHA or VA loans. Oh, and don't be fooled by special OCLR outlets. They don't fix the problem at your light fixtures, so it's not a complete solution. And this is vital. Whatever you do, never ever lie about your wiring on an insurance or loan application. It's just not worth the risk. So what's the bottom line here? The risk from old aluminum wiring is absolutely real, but it's not a death sentence for your house. Not at all. It is a serious but completely 100% manageable issue. You can replace that fear with a clear, affordable, and actionable plan. And that's really what it comes down to, isn't it? For maybe a few $100s and a weekend of careful, methodical work, you can eliminate one of the biggest potential fire risks in your home. It is honestly one of the best investments in your safety and your peace of mind you can ever make. Thanks for watching. For more guides and the full article on this topic with way more detail, head on over to mobilehomefriend.com. And don't forget to check the links in the description below.
Thanks for watching. For more technical guides on this topic, click the link to see the in-depth article over at mobilehomefriend.com. There are many more informational dives into manufactured home topics to investigate and keep your project moving forward.